Good afternoon, all. Whew. Happy Wednesday, hump day. I'm totally ordering Candace's shirt. Daddy's home, Shabbat Shalom. I'm getting it. That's my kind of merch. Daddy's home. I'm saying. Daddy is home. You know, that can be seen in so many different ways, especially for those that keep choosing to play God in people's lives. Keep choosing to make godlike decisions that involve at other people's expenses, at other people's lives, and thinking there's no recourse in this ramification of things. You know, it's just ridiculous. I don't even know why. I mean, I know why, because they're just past the point of caring. They just don't care. They have so much power and control in reference to the system and the money and the power. Now there's just limitations. There are limitations, and they want more, and they want more money because they know the end time is coming at some point in the future. They don't know when or how, but they know it is. And so they're doubling down on making more money. They're doubling down on just so many different things that are so sporadic. They're so chaotic. They're hitting the talking points. They're hitting the keywords. They're hitting the psyops, double down. I mean, everything with Charlie Kirk and Erica and Candace, she's touching on so much. I mean, there's just so much. And you have so many, like Candace and Tucker and Valhalla Nate and Baron and Ian and I Am Coach, and there's just, I mean, to name a few, Marjorie, Massey. I mean, there's just so many, and I'm grateful and blessed for all of them. You guys don't understand the heat that they get on the back end. I understand the heat I get in my little world, my little community. I can only imagine the severity in which they reach on the scales. But I knew that there was going to be a tie-in with Erica and Epstein, because I just knew. And immediately upon the assassination of Charlie, I knew somehow deep state we were involved, just based on their actions, based on what they were saying, based on what they were doing, based on the day that I carried with the plane that flew over my job like 8 times. It was so crazy. It was such a peculiar day. I will never forget that day. And when he passed, I'll never forget it. And then to see how everybody in his life so close to him have totally destroyed his legacy, taken advantage of his legacy, and now monetizing it and weaponizing it makes me so much think of myself in different ways in reference to friendships and his wife and his family. And it's just, you just don't think that there are people in a world that would go to such great lengths to see you as a dollar sign, see you as something that needs to be controlled, see you as something that needs to be weaponized, see you as something that they have will over your life, in your decisions and your choices. And just, it's outside of this world. It's outside of this world. And if you don't ever find yourself in a scenario like that, you should be thanking God every day, truthfully. I wouldn't wish the life that I've walked through and different things that I know and I've seen and I have an understanding for anyone to. It's so much outside of this world. I don't even understand why anybody would want that type of life, truthfully, to be surrounded by people that you love so much, so unconditionally, and you think they're being so genuine and authentic with you, but at the end, they're being completely deceptive, they're being dishonest, they're being corruptive, they're being deceitful. And they're totally meeting you in a completely different light. And they go to such great lengths of getting your family involved, your community involved, getting your son involved, outside of this world. And people I know, I mean, and I understand people are like, I want proof, I want this. Well, I know what happened to me. I know what's been done. I know scenarios. I know names. I could probably get down to dates. I mean, we can get my timeline out. I know interactions, I know conversations, particularly with my son. I mean, my memory is to a T. Even, I mean, the things that I remember as a child with my grandparents and different things, it's to a T. And so I know it's a worrisome thing for a lot of people. I wish they would just have conversations with me, though. If you're so worried about things, why not have a conversation? That's what trips me out, too. I mean, an open conversation would easily debunk anything I'm saying. So we could have that one day, maybe. But a couple of things came to me today about myself. Like, I recognize what I've been so graciously put in my little operation of life, that like I recognize what I have to do to move forward, to reach my goals. But in this world, it's so constructed where you have to bend this, you have to bend this moral, you have to bend this ethic, you have to bend this belief system, you have to bend this. And then maybe if you bend those things, you can get a little bit further ahead. And I'm sure you can get ahead if you bend those things. There's a lot of people that have gotten ahead that have bended those items. Those are not bendable for me. So it's taken me a little longer. And I've had to go through a little bit of hardships, a little bit more difficult obstacles. Okay. And I see that in my life because I haven't been very bendable. Like, I haven't met them with where they're at, with what they want me to becoming who they are. That's been so graciously placed in my life in a lot of different ways. And it's so funny to me. I mean, I even see that sometimes in my day to day. And it's just like, no, absolutely not. I just can't. People mean so much to me. Whether you're coming at me or you stand with me or whatever, that makes no difference to me. Because in my world, I stand for myself. I stand for my faith. I stand for my belief in God and recognizing what Jesus Christ did on the cross. But I also stand for those in humanity. Whether you're coming against me or you're standing with me, that makes no difference to me. So I'm not going to do what you do or do what you do. Okay. So for example, be a mean girl or adopt this faithful thinking, adopt this way to treat people so I can get ahead, adopt this, adopt that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Why? Because it doesn't align with me. Now, if it aligns with you, cool, but it doesn't align with me. So why am I going to do that if it doesn't align with me? I'm not going to bend my morals and values so I can get a bigger meal ticket. I'm fine working in a sweatshop. I'm fine being made as an example. I'm fine with all these scenarios and these situations and all these things that come at me if that's what I have to go through to get to said meal ticket provided to me. Because why? Because I still get to move with my morals, my values, my ethics, my faith, my soul, my heart, and my mind intact. I get to move in peace because I know and I can account for myself. I can't account for other people and their decisions. I can't do that. And I'm never going to be someone that is that way, period. Now, whatever floats everybody else's tushy, that's good. And you ain't gonna see judgment from me. I'm gonna be like, that's a little weird, but hey, it's all good. That's something that you're gonna have to deal with. You're gonna have to account for it later on in life. Somehow that's gonna come in and it's gonna nip you in the butt. You're gonna get a slice of karma. Whether it's through your kids, whether it's through your health, whether it's through your family, whether it's, it just comes in different ways. But that's something that's you're gonna have to account for. I can't account for that. I can only account for myself. And so because I just recognize things differently, I move and operate in knowing that. And I hope this video made sense, but that's kind of how I operate a little bit through my day to day, because I picked up on a lot of different things. And it's just like, I get so locked in. And when I'm investing in something, whether that's in an industry or a career field or this or that, I get invested in it. And I know what I need to do to further myself in the way that I need to further myself, particularly when I have a lot on my back, which I got a few things on my back. Just ask those people. Just ask all my 90 viewers or 120 viewers that are private. Just ask them how much I have on my back. And they can tell you. Ask all my private viewers. They probably have the answer.